Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to talk about Legend Academy because we're down to the final 24 or 48 hours available on this GameFound campaign. Now, just so you know, I am doing development work on this game. I'm not a designer. I know that some people have been confused between those two elements, but a developer really is more of a glorified playtester. I am working with the team over at Eldorado, with the designers themselves, to sit down and work through this game, to play the mechanics over and over again, establish a narrative, which is really the element that they wanted to bring me to the table to give some insight on, and help make sure that by the time this game gets into your hands, it's not only a ton of fun, it is as much fun as it can possibly be, and balanced and stabilized, and, well, everything we're promising that it will be. So that's where my focus is and where my personal stake comes from. But along with that, I wanted to have a conversation with you about Legend Academy, about the work we're doing, what elements we're still developing, where we are kind of fine-tuning and tweaking the game, and what this game is doing. I want you to back this game. Why wouldn't I? I am doing work on it. I'm proud of the work we're doing. I'm a big fan of Eldorado games. I want to see them do well and succeed. But I don't want you to back this game if it's not the game for you, if it's not one that you will enjoy. So let me give you an overview of what this is. Explain the things that it is and is not, and do my best to present this in a way that'll let you make that final decision between supporting it or not adding it to your collection. So, Legend Academy. Legend Academy is set in a world where legends are slowly fading from memory. As generations pass and time moves on, these stories that had lessons for us to learn slowly unravel. They become untold. Here you're going to be playing through these legends of yore. You're going to be taking hold of a variety of characters: Red Riding Hood, Robin Hood, Alice, and Paul Bunyan in the core game. I know a lot of expansions have also been unlocked. You're going to be diving into their worlds and the other worlds from legends that have been told in the past, memories and tales that we as a civilization should do our best to remember. In this prototype, we have Gulliver's Travels, but we're also working on developing a wide variety of different campaign experiences that allow you to play in all of these different historic stories, like the Jungle Book or Alice in Wonderland. Or, one of my personal favorites, I'm still advocating for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. This is going to be a hybrid game, allowing you to dig into a little bit of worker placement, a lot of card crafting and deck construction, escalating powers and abilities, allowing you to do more and more fun things on every single one of your turns, combined with a bit of a dungeon crawl-esque nature. You're going to have certain objectives that you're trying to accomplish, moving miniatures across a board, smashing ships, fighting enemies, and overcoming challenges, puzzles, and obstacles. Every one of these scenarios is going to present you with a new way to play the game, and as you explore this map, you'll be collecting victory points. The more proficient you are, the better your class grade or your final score is going to be. And the legends that are the most successful at relearning and retelling the historic stories are going to be the ones that win the game. This is a game about remembering those stories and carrying them forward from generation to generation. And a game about finding the next legends to tell. Because every generation, a new legend is born. The question is, who will it be and where will you find them? So, this is Legend Academy. On your turn, you're going to be doing a hybrid of two things. You'll be drawing up from a deck of cards that are all customized and character specific with a lot of different powers and abilities based on that. You'll be playing based on your action slots or your stamina, how much you're able to play from your hand to continue your progress moving across. That'll trigger things like movement, attack, and interact actions, which you'll take up on the main board with your miniature. After you've taken all the actions you're able to take for your turn, you'll move over here to the worker placement board where you'll select to either gain a brand new skill from your little tech tree over here, to gain a card crafting card that you'll actually sleeve into one of your cards, giving you a brand new power or special ability that you can use immediately on your next turn, or skipping class to go here to the center to gain some more powerful card crafting abilities or lessons and items and gear and trinkets that you can utilize. The game then progresses back and forth, a total of 8 rounds, 2 chapters, each one varying the playstyle and giving everyone an opportunity to compete for that golden throne or that teacher's pet. One of the cool mechanics is going to be the fact that the person that's in last place is actually going to control the AI system of the game. So they take control of the enemies in the narrative when the AI cards start spawning, allowing them to manipulate and put them in advantageous or disadvantaged areas. So that's Legend Academy, in essence. That's what we're trying to do. That's what this game currently is. It's a game that is focused heavily on character development and storytelling. A game that really wants to celebrate you feeling like you're playing the character. Alice in Wonderland, diving down the rabbit hole, nibbling on little cookies and spawning up into a giant creature, or zooming down into a small, obscure little person. Chasing the white rabbit around, moving and manipulating. Robin Hood, grabbing coins from the rich, giving to the poor, spreading like a gold mill or a slot machine, just always raining down on him. Red Riding Hood with her pet wolf. I think that's how the story goes. Doing her very best to lure and trap and utilize all the skills she'd have from her story. And we want you to be able to experience these historic stories. These stories that we grew up reading, that we love, and play through them. Play through the Odyssey or the Iliad. Play through Gulliver's Travels. Play through Alice in Wonderland. Feel like you really got a chance to experience a small piece of that narrative. And at the end of the day, we want this to be fun. This is a game that is all about combining dungeon crawl with deck construction or tech tree construction and card crafting systems. It's an interesting hybrid, and as far as I'm concerned, it is working really well. I'm really excited and proud of what the designers have come up with here, and I've been really thankful I've been able to lend my voice to what they're creating. The community, my community, has done a ton of playtesting over on Discord, on TTS, refining and narrowing down and honestly perfecting some elements of this game. I'm excited for it. I am excited to share it with you, excited for some of you to get it into your hands and to talk about it. We'll be doing more development work over the course of the next few months as we narrow in and work on kind of developing some of the final lore and stories. I really want to get to a point where I can have all of these different narrative chapters sequence in with one another. That's one of the biggest things that I'm personally hopeful for or working on. I know this has been a little bit of a helter-skelter preview and overview. I have been up all night filming a pile of videos, so I am absolutely exhausted and don't feel like I'm talking 100% straight. But we're narrowing down to the final 24, and I wanted to celebrate, I wanted to talk about, I wanted to share a game that I'm proud to be working on. So, there's your flag. Take a note. I'd love for you to support this if it's the type of game you think you'd enjoy. And if it's not, that's all right as well. But either way, I cannot wait to get a final copy in my hands and to share it with you or get it to the table with you sometime soon. Link always in the top of this video description. Swing over there, take a final look. And with that, I think I'm going to have the rest of my tea and I'm going to go to bed.